Hello and welcome to another episode of Marcel, Hyde, Mindset. All right, and I hope you guys are taking every single day to work on yourself, okay, to become a better version of yourself. And I want to remind you that actually never stops. You never stop evolving. If I look back last year to who I was last year, I'm still Marcel Hyde, but I'm a different version of Marcel Hyde. So you have to ask yourself, what version of yourself are you? All right, so I use this example. If you have an iPhone, the iPhone will send you updates. So you have to update your iPhone. And if you don't update your iPhone, it's operating on an old system. If you don't operate your iPhone, maybe your phone will be slow. If you don't update your iPhone, maybe you won't get the latest updates. So just how you have to update your iPhone, you have to update yourself. Okay? And to do that, you have to be seeking mentors. You have to be taking courses. You have to be reading books. You have to be listening to podcasts and YouTube channels, all right? And you have to be studying, all right? You have to be working on all aspects of your life. And I want to say this. I want to preface this with saying it takes time, It's just like working out. Let's say you're 240 today, 240 pounds today. You're not going to be 220 tomorrow. So just how it takes time to cut that weight and lose that weight. It takes time. Take time with yourself to change who you are, to evolve, to become a better human being. Okay, so take that time, and it is a process. It's a long process, and you have to enjoy and trust that process. And remember, it's not always going to go the way you want it to go. It's not always going to look like what you pictured in your mind, because a lot of times we think things are always supposed to work out the way that we think they're going to work out in our mind, and it doesn't, and then all of a sudden we're broken. No, if it doesn't work out the way that you expected, or it doesn't work out the way that you envisioned it in your mind, you could look at it from a different perspective. Maybe that was something you were supposed to learn. If it didn't work out the way you wanted it to, what could you do differently so it works out the way you want it to next time? So don't put yourself down. There's power in words. I read something recently that it said spelling. If you look at the word spelling, the words you say, you cast a spell on yourself. So are you choosing words or saying words that are defeating, or are you choosing words that are uplifting, right? So you have to look at the words that you're saying to yourself. It's so important, all right? So I just want to start off the video with a quick rant, and I hope that rant actually helps you. I had a lot on my mind, a lot to say. And I hope you're enjoying the YouTube channel and the evolution of myself. Oh, see, I still got my thumb in the video here. See, it never stops. You never stop learning. You never stop making mistakes. I just have my thumb in the video the whole time. And, what I'm saying is valuable, so I'm not going to delete all that. It happens. It's part of the process. So I'm gonna start the video by saying, if you're somebody out there that's looking for that perfect video, the perfect time to start, I've been doing this for 2 years and I still have my thumb, in the video. So you're gonna continue to make mistakes. Mistakes are a part of life. It never ends till you leave this earth. You could talk to senior citizens and they'll still tell you I still make mistakes. So no one's exempt from making mistakes. And today's message is I want you to begin to start listening more than you are speaking. Because what happens is a lot of us are speaking more than we are listening. And when we speak more than we listen, we miss out on the opportunity to learn from that individual that we are across from, to learn from the people in that group. Because what happens if you're talking based on all the information, all the knowledge, and all the experiences that you've been through. But when you allow someone else to talk, someone else to speak, you hear their perspective, you hear all their experiences, And I can guarantee that there's no human being on this earth, and if I'm wrong, strike me down, because there's no human being on this earth who has exactly all the same experience, all. And when I say all, there's no one that you can put beside me and be like, I've been through everything that you've been in, or been through, sorry, because we all have different lives. Even your twin brother, twin sister, twin sibling has gone through a different life than you. You may look the same, you may be identical, you may be fraternal, but at the end of the day, they've gone through experiences in their own life. You know, you've gone through experience in your own life. They might be similar, but not the exact same. So there's something that someone could teach you. There's something that someone could tell you. And that one thing that person could, that one person tells you can actually change the trajectory of your whole life. How many times has, you know, a parent said something to you and then you made the adjustment and it changed your whole life? You know, it's just that little thing, the little things. People neglect the little things, and I'm guilty of this too. And that's why I could speak on this topic, is because I was a person that was speaking a lot and not listening enough. So I missed out on so much opportunity. You know, I'm across from someone who maybe has been living for 20 more years than me, and I'm missing out on the opportunity because I'm telling them about my experiences and what I did and what I know, and that's great because they could still learn from me. But at the end of the day, this is an opportunity for me to learn something new, for me to learn something that I could take from that individual and apply it to my life, which is then going to help me do better, become better, elevate. You know, there's not enough information in the world to know everything, you know, and a lot of people think, you know, I figured it out or I know it all, but you don't know it all. It's impossible to know it all. You don't have enough years to read all the books in the world, all right? So you may think you do, but you don't. You know, you're going to die before you read every single book that has been written in this world, and that's just reality, you know. So it's great to learn and listen to other people because you're not able to read every single book. So I see people like books almost, you know, you read a book and the book has a bunch of information. It could be an autobiography, it could be a book where it's teaching you a skill, you know, it could be a book that's inspirational. Right, but people, if you look at people, we're almost like books. We have our own stories that, you know, we tell. You know, I have a story, you have a story, you know, so we all have stories that we could tell people and people can learn from. I have things that I've been through in my life that can definitely help people out there. I'm not everybody. I can't help everybody. That's just the reality of life. I won't be able to help everybody, but there's a percentage of people that I could definitely impact and help, okay? So you have to work on listening more. So I challenge you. You know, we're in 2024, but we're approaching 2025, and it's going to be here sooner than you think. You know, time, I always think to myself, what is time? Like, you know, you wake up, you go to bed, you wake up, you go to bed, it's just like, and then you look back, you're like, wow, 10 years passed, 15 years passed, 20 years passed, 25 years passed, now you wake up, you're 35. It's just like, where did time go? So my challenge to you for 2025, and I'm speaking, you know, into the future, because the future is coming very, very soon. So you might as well set yourself up now, because it's actually going to take some time to get used to not speaking. Because if you have a habit that you've built of always speaking and not listening, how do you think you're all of a sudden just going to be able to listen? It's been programmed into you. It's been built in you. So what you need to do is work on the next 3 to 4 months. You know, I challenge you to go to someone and say to them, hey, I just want to hear, if you're 25, as a 25-year-old, what are some tips and advice you have to me? Or you can reframe that like this. You could say, if you were speaking, say let's say I'm 35 and a 25-year-old comes up to me and they say, if you were speaking to your 25-year-old self, what would you say to your 25-year-old self? And they'll give you a bunch of information, because they'll just be like, oh, I should, this is what I tell my 25-year-old self: work 2 jobs, save this amount of money, get in the best physical shape of my life, don't worry about that boy or girl that rejected me, you know, improve myself, network with people. They would tell you all those things, and then you know what you could do? You could take that and apply it to your life. I'm not going to say it's going to cut 10 years, but it will help you, you know, on your journey and your process. So don't miss the opportunity that you have out there from other people, because other people have a lot of information that they can help you with, they can help you on your journey and help you evolve and become a better leader, a better person, make better decisions in this life, all right? So remember, subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, click that notification bell so when an episode does drops, it does go straight into your inbox. All right, grab my ebook, link is in the bio. Mindset is everything.